here's what we're gonna do. I am going to, first of all, look, the goal of these webinars isn't so that I can sit here and talk at you for 60 minutes, right? The goal of these is really just, we want you to be able to take action, implement what we teach you, and then come back to us with, hey, I took action, I got something set up, what do you think? Does it look okay? Does it work? What do you think? Okay, so let me open, perfect, here we go. So this is an opt-in page, right, that Bridget set up, and then here is her bridge page. Now, for some of you, you might be new to the game here, right? Is there anybody who's kind of newer to this whole sales funnel process, still feel like it's a little new to you? Hit the hand raise button if that's you. Yos, David, who else? Melanie's still just kind of a little new. I get it. Been there, done that. So here's what I'm going to do. Jen, got it, is I'm going to open this little sketch pad for us, okay? And can you see this little, oh my gosh, we're not plugged in. Hang on, we're not plugged in. Okay, there we go. Can you see, oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. Can you see this drawing? Just give me a quick hand raise, quick hand raise. Let's see, DeWitt, David, Christiane, David, William, Emda, Eugene. Okay, perfect. We're good to go. Now, how the hell do I erase that is the question. All right, let's see here. This, by the way, is called sketch.io. Sketch.io, okay? Oh my gosh. Where is they just changed this all on me. Hang on. New, here we go, we're saved. Okay, so look, in the terms of the sales funnel, this is gonna, for some of you, you're gonna think, oh my gosh, this is so basic, Matt. But so if I'm drawing up a little sales funnel, okay, and we have different layers of the sales funnel. Okay, so layer number one is just kind of awareness. Okay, awareness, just kind of being able to know that you exist, right? And then they start to engage, okay? And then they start to click and buy, all right? And then at the bottom of the funnel, they buy more. So they become a recurring customer. They purchase more and more, right? Okay, so to get people into this, you need traffic, meaning you got to have things like YouTube videos and Instagram posts and Facebook posts and wherever you can get traffic from, right? So let's make this just, I like to break this down into real business because sometimes people dissociate real brick and mortar business from this internet business thing, right? So at the intersection of any good business, okay, it really good, any sort of business, whether it's online, offline, brick and mortar, there, especially for retail, there is perfect traffic meets perfect offer, okay? Perfect traffic meets perfect offer, and that's the intersection of money where sales are paid, right? So if I'm out in the middle of, I grew up in South Dakota, town of 400 people, right? So the town is called Emory, South Dakota. Okay, I grew up in this tiny little town of Emory, South Dakota. Now, if I put up a Prada, okay, or a Gucci or something like that, really high end, right? It's going to go out of business faster than I can snap my fingers, right? Why is that? It's not perfect traffic. It might have the best offer in the world, but it's not perfect traffic, right? So traffic is just a function of what's your offer and where's the best place to get that traffic from. You don't know that until you test. I already know some people here are like, well, what's the perfect place to get traffic from? You don't know until you test. Instagram, Facebook, Google, right? Where tons of other places. If you're a brick and mortar, you can use Waze, the Waze app. So that's a driving app on your phone. You can launch ads so that when people drive by your place, they get a notification. Hey, there's a new pizza restaurant. Hey, there's a new Chinese joint right here. Check it out. You know, whatever. So then people become aware. They read about you. They see you in a newspaper. They see you on Facebook. They see you on YouTube. Whatever. Then they start to engage. Maybe they leave a comment. Maybe you have a drawing, right, for a free meal or something at your pizza place. Maybe you give that a free lead magnet away. Maybe you give them a free ebook, whatever it is. That's the engagement piece. And then it's all about getting them to purchase afterwards. So that all happens in a sequence. What these ladies have done is created essentially a two-step sales funnel, okay? Two-step sales funnel process, which means step number one is just an opt-in page, okay? It's just an opt-in page. This is where you collect leads. That's the end goal. Collect leads, okay? Are we all clear about step number one and what the goal of that is? Collect leads. Give me a quick hand raise. You with me? You sticking with me? Charlotte, Melanie, David, Jen, Joe, Yos, Brian. Okay, wow, I can't read that fast. Number two is the either sales page if you own your own product, or it's a bridge page to an affiliate product, right? So for the opt-in, you can use some sort of lead magnet. This is very common. Maybe you give away a free ebook like Bridget's doing, or maybe you give away a free consult, a no-cost free consult, whatever it is. On the sales and bridge page, you give a little bit more value and you ask for a sale, right? Or you point them to more engagement, okay? So yes, you can ask for a sale here, or you can ask for more engagement. You give them a call to action. You tell them specifically what you want to do. Maybe that's just them going into a Facebook group, right? Maybe all you want to do is give them something free and then lead them into a Facebook group, because then you can have unlimited engagement with them there, right? You can have unlimited engagement. You can post and be in front of their eyeballs any day at all times, okay? So that's really powerful, especially if you give value, give value, give value, give value, give value, right? You can do that in a Facebook group, okay? All right. So I just want to be clear on that so that, you know, before we dive into this whole critique thing, I just want you all to be aware, hey, this is what's going on inside of their business. This is what they're trying to do. So with Bridget, okay, with Bridget on her page, now let me get rid of this annotate. What we're going to do is we're going to do a little quick critique of this little opt-in page and then of her delivery page. And we'll even do a little critique on her video, if that's cool with you all. Is that cool with you guys? Is this interesting to you? Like, she's just kind of just like you, getting started, trying to figure this internet marketing thing out, trying to figure out how to market her products and services, get leads for an affordable cost. Can you type to me in the chat, is this interesting? Is this something you want to check out? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Go for it. Okay. Good. Thank you, guys. Thanks. I just, you know, before we get too far down the road, I just want to make sure this is interesting. All right. So Bridget, she has visionmarketinganddesign.com. I don't have any equity stake or any, if you go and buy something from Bridget or her recommendation, I will not get compensated at all for that. So I just want to make that clear. Okay. All right. So Bridget starts out with all caps here saying, want to start an online business, learn how I was able to quit my full-time job in just 7 months. Now, by the way, I just want you all to know, I'm also not trying to pitch you on, you know, look, the only difference between Bridget and most human beings is that she just works harder and longer than most people do. That's it. That's all it is. That is the secret. She just works longer and harder than most people. That's it. That's her secret. Plus get a free copy of my new book. And she doesn't, and it's not just she's sitting around designing pages or writing emails. She's like in the trenches. She's closing sales. She's messaging people. She is helping people. She's selling. That's what she's doing. So choosing a profitable niche is the first step to starting a new business. It's also the first big decision you're going to make. Find your niche is my step-by-step guide to finding your niche so you can stand out and create success faster. So what she's doing here is she's positioning this, right? Who is her audience? Right here. You can already tell. Starting a new business. That's who her audience is. They're starting a new business. Or they're thinking about it. Want to start an online business? So she's going to craft all of her ads. She's going to craft her YouTube video. She's going to craft her Instagram ads. She's going to craft everything geared towards people who are looking to or interested in starting an online business. And she's giving them, here's the first step, right? Learn how. She's giving him her story. And guess what? If she was able to quit her job in just 7 months, well, you know, choosing a profitable niche is the first step to any business. Well, she's got a little bit of authority. She's got a little bit of cred because she's done a good job of it already. She's worked harder than most people already. So overall, just from a design standpoint, Bridget, this looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Let me just give you a little bit of just a little tip. If you do have a little bit of money, I would recommend just getting a slightly cleaner, a little bit better designed cover. Like this red right here on the front is just, it's not, I would say that the fonts used on this book, the background, the image and everything, I would say that with the tools that you currently have and what you've currently done, you could give this over to a designer who, maybe on maybe not on Fiverr, but potentially on Fiverr or Upwork are really good and could produce for you something that's like just a layer up from this. For instance, let me give you an example. Bear with me. I got to figure out how to get this over here. Okay, here we go. So Bridget, potentially what you could do is a cover that's more like this. And let me bring this to the screen so you can see it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Can you all see this cover of the book right here over to the left? The Insider's Guide to Affiliate Marketing. This is Dave's new book that he's working on, which is going to go live pretty soon. It's actually a really killer book. But you can just, let's see. Okay, here we go. So, Bridget, you can just see how this cover here just has a look and a feel that's a little bit more high-end and high-scale than what you've got going on here. And that's all branding. That's all positioning. When people see this, it's like, oh, dang, what is this? Do you people on the, so for those of you who are live, would you agree with that? Just give me a quick hand raise like, yep, definitely agree with that. Just looking at the difference here, definitely a big difference, right? So Bridget, that will take this. I guarantee it'll increase your opt-in rates, but it'll take this to like the next level, and it will definitely help your branding. So the other piece here is just this. I like this logo a lot, but I would probably just bring it down. I would probably bring this down just above this headline here. Not sure what that is. Oh, okay. Just above this headline and just not have this white space up here just for a little design pointer. The other thing is that this design on the button needs some help, okay? Just needs a little bit of help. So when people hover, the best possible thing when somebody hovers over a button, let me just show you what that looks like. When you're creating, and we're going to get in a little bit into design right now, but when you're creating, let me just compare these things. Oh my gosh. So you'll notice the font here, this is big, and this is about 1/4 of the size in terms of font here. And it's put together nice, and there's just a simple, clean kind of format to it. But look, when you hover over the button, what happens is the colors flip. So the green button here, when I hover it over it, the button goes white. All right, the button goes white, and then the font goes green. So it's white font, then green font, white font, green font. All right, type to me in the chat if you're here. Does this make sense? take that approach whenever you're creating buttons. That's the modern smart way to create buttons that look slick and clean. So usually whatever website builder you're using, it always gives you a button and then what color and what font do you want it when you're hovering over the button. So just set it just like that, okay? And then the other element is kind of the headline and the subheadline. You've done a good job here with this headline, okay? I wouldn't put this all in caps like this. I would just underline it. Having all caps is just a little bit. It's just a little bit. It throws the audience off. It looks a little bit out of place, I guess you could say. But everything else about this I like. I might increase the size of these labels like 2 font sizes, like 2 pixels, but it looks good. So I would have this button match the color of, and let me bring back my annotation real quick. The button color should match this color of this arrow over there. So having 2 different colors of kind of red, this is kind of pink, like salmon colored almost, but I would have these match. And this color red is just not really, it's not really in style anymore, okay? So what I would do, Bridget, if I were you, and I recommend this to everybody who's on this webinar right now, check this out. Watch me go to google.com. Actually, I'm just gonna Google search right here. Okay, so I'm gonna Google search and I'm gonna go to modern color palette website. Ready for this? 50 gorgeous color schemes for stunning websites. There's also Canva here. There's also 37 beautiful color schemes. There's also 16 great web. Okay, so look, there's a billion of these that you could look up. Canva in particular is awesome. They have just amazing, look at this. They give you the exact color hex numbers to use. All right. So look, my point in this is whether you want something that's muted and dumbed down a little bit, that's classic. Whether you want something real modern and clean. Look, guys, don't choose colors on your own. The reality is that you're an entrepreneur, you're a visionary, you have a big vision for your life, for your goals, for what you want to accomplish. Don't frickin' choose colors by yourself just because you think it looks kind of neat. No, you don't need to reinvent the wheel, right? People go to design school just to study these designs that have already been created by people. Just go to these websites. I mean, look at this, muted and minimal. This is on canva.com. Here, I'm just gonna start pasting these links in here. You ready for this? Boom, there's one link. And really, you don't even need any of these. I'm not even gonna go into these other links. I mean, just go to this one. I mean, look at these. Do you guys get how beautiful these are? I mean, this is just beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's put together just clean. It makes me want to go create a website. That's what it makes me want to do. I want to go create a website just looking at this, okay? So thoughts? Give me some thoughts in the comments if you have any. But isn't this powerful? I mean, I want to go create a freaking website right now. I love it so much. All right. So hopefully that was helpful. I mean, just when you're creating sales funnels, for goodness sakes, just use some beautiful modern colors to it. I think this blue and even the color here in your logo, Bridget, is really good. Now here's another cool tool for you guys. If you use Google Chrome, this is up here towards the top right. I want to see a quick hand if you can see where my mouse is. Just quick hand raise up. Okay, so the color pick eyedropper. If you go to the Chrome extension store and download the color pick eyedropper, you ready for this? This is friggin' awesome. So I can go over anything on the website. I mean, I can get the color off of her shirt if I wanted to, okay? Like maybe I really like this color that's on her shirt, kind of this pink color or whatever, and then I could set the button to it just to create some real congruency. Here, let me reopen that. But up here in the logo, So this is a certain color of red, and I would try to match that with this button color and this arrow here as well. Okay, but basically, I would when you hover, the words should turn red and the button should turn white, and just set a subtle border around it, and it'll look killer. All right, so when you enter your name and email address, and to get a copy of her free book, she's got the Facebook pixel installed, so great job, Bridget. You're gonna come to this page, all right, and it says, and now look at the congruency of her messaging, and this is something I come back to over and over and over again. But want to start an online business? Congratulations on starting your business. I mean, that's some really gangster marketing. I mean, I love it. It's super smart, right? Think of the future pacing that just happened. I just started a business. Interesting. That's powerful. It's powerful. Watch this short video to fast track your success. I love that. Fast track your success. And look at this right here. Find Your Niche is my step-by-step guide to finding your niche so you can stand out and create success faster. Create success faster. Fast track your success. So I would just say, yeah, you could say fast track your success. I might even just say, oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. All right, I'm going to turn this up. Turn your speakers up. I'm going to turn my speakers up so you can hear this a little bit. And let me make sure in my Zoom here that we are good to go on the audio of this. Just bear with me one sec. Join audio. Okay, mute, temporarily mute yourself. Press and hold space key to temporarily mute yourself. Okay. And I'm going to hit play on this for 5 seconds. I'll just hit play. And if it's clear in your ears, you can hear it just fine, then just hit the hand raise button and I'll keep playing it and keep letting it go. If you can't hear it, type to me, hey, I can't hear it.
Hey all, Bridget Bartlett here. First of all, congratulations on making it to this video. I want to say thank you for checking out my story and actually taking a step towards changing your life. It is so fascinating to me that most people in the world just sort of suffer in silence, working a job they hate. They sort of go on and live life as if there's no other alternative. But then there are those of us who hit a point where enough is enough. And
so, Bridget, I like this a lot. I know this script very well. I wrote the script. But I'll say this, it feels a little scripted to me and a little monotone. Okay, that's just what I'm getting right off the bat. And hey, for anybody who's watching here, what I'd like you to do is just spit some feedback as you listen to this.
And we decided to do something about it. We are a rare breed of individuals that go on to change everything for ourselves and our families. It's people like us that make the amazing success stories. And not long ago, I was right where you are, searching the internet for an opportunity I could find and be my own boss and work from home. I had a decent job as a pharmacy tech, but the thought of doing that for 30 more years literally brought tears to my eyes. I didn't want to just be putting in my time until retirement. So when I turned 38,
hey, Bridget, by the way, I really liked the use there of this kind of stock image that you used, wherever that was. I can't really rewind or go forward on your video very much. But I liked that. And to be totally honest, I would just recommend doing that through the whole thing, where you have a script where you can just read the script and just go faster, but you're not actually on camera. Or you could just be on camera for like the first 10 seconds and bring in energy, because this is, hey, my name is Bridget, and just bring in energy. Hey, my name is Bridget. Welcome to this video. I'm so excited that you're here. You know, a couple years ago, I was blah, 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 right where you are. And then take it all to motion graphics and words on the screen and words popping up and stuff like that.
People like us that make the amazing success stories. And not long ago, I was right where you are, searching the internet for an opportunity I could.
Yeah, like that right there. I mean, there's plenty of places you can get like a free trial to stock video like that. So anyway. I'm going to fast forward just a little bit.
What many call a midlife crisis. So,
see that kind of personality? So watch this, watch this, watch this.
What many call a midlife. So when I turned 38, I had what many call a midlife crisis. So I started to think about my life. And
so that, guys, everybody here, I think you can feel there's a little personality there that feels a little bit more engaged than what we saw for the first minute. Bridget, the problem is everybody's going to be gone by the time you start to open up there a little bit. So just a thought, and just you're doing an incredible job, but I think you're capable of more. So that's why I'm going to push you a little bit.
And what the future was going to look like. At that time, I was 325 pounds and absolutely miserable.
Okay, so that image right there, I want to hear from you guys who are on this webinar right now, but that image right there, if it's me, I'm starting out with that image. If it's me, that is the first thing I'm going to show people. What do you guys think who are here watching this live? What do you guys think? I'm just curious. Give me a little feedback. I mean, what if she started out her video that said, and I can't remember what you just said about how long, but you could say, here, let me just go back a little bit.
So I started to think about my life and what the future was going to look like. At that time, I was 325 pounds.
So you can say X amount of months ago, hey, you can pop into your video, say, hey, my name's Bridget, and you know what? Stick with me because, or you can say, hey, my name's Bridget. Welcome to this video. I'm pumped that you made it to this video. You know what? X amount of months ago, I was X amount of pounds, whatever you just said, 300 pounds or 200 and whatever pounds or whatever. And I was blah, 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 blah. And I'm just going to tell you what right now, I found something that not only helped me shift my mindset, but it set me on a straight course where I quit my job in 7 months and I started a business for myself on the internet that changed my entire outlook on life. I want to share that with you right now and then go into like Bridget, the script that I give is so not even good enough for you. Like I give a script for bridge page scripts to people, but it bombed your video. I mean, your story and what we've got right here is going to be about 35 times better than using my script.
And absolutely miserable at my dead-end job. I couldn't shake the feeling that there had to be something more.
So, guys, listen, I want you to pay really close attention to this. The phrase, I couldn't shake the feeling that there had to be something more. So, Bridget, what I'd rather you do, I'm going to get really, really, really down to the minutia of this. What I want you to do is rather than say, let me play this back.
Feeling that there had to be something more.
There had to be something more. That phrase in the mind of somebody is going to be a throwaway phrase. It won't land truly in the way that you're hoping that it will land. Instead, what you should do is turn that into a story. You can say, look, I haven't been to work in a really long time, but I remember days where I would get in my car and I would tell them what kind of car you drive. I would get in my old beat up Volkswagen, whatever, and I would get in my car. I would get on Highway 6 down to my 35-minute commute. I would get slammed in traffic, whatever. I mean, just tell the real story, but walk them through the moments. And then just say, you know, I always, you know, and give them little cues into your life. So say things like, I would always listen to 960 AM NPR radio just to take my mind off the fact that I was going to work, and I would try to disconnect in my car on the way to work, right? While I was eating some sort of McDonald's, you know, because you were overweight. I was eating a McDonald's freaking whatever. What do they call those things? Sausage egg McMuffin or something like that. I'm not trying to poke fun at you, but like really bring them into the moment, into the feelings. and I would sit in my car, and I remember when I would pull up to the worst part of it was when I would pull up to the actual parking spot, and I parked in the same friggin' spot pretty much every day. I would pull up to the parking spot, and I just remember kind of, you know, holding the wheel like this and just kind of looking at it and thinking like, man, is this really it? Because Bridget, when you get into that, see, does everybody here, do you notice how different that is than just saying what she said there, which is like, I just wondered in my head if this was it. Like when you take them into the details of the moments of the real drive, type to me in the chat. Do you see how different that is? Because then that's where people get into story mode. That's where human connection and interaction and the details, all of that stuff, that's where attachment happens. That's why every big prominent leader who's ever, think of every religious, political, every major person, leader in the world always tells stories, paints the picture. What do they say? A picture's worth 1,000 words. Paints the picture.
But I had no idea what that was. The one thing I did know, I needed to get myself healthy. I already had back problems and I was pre-diabetic. In fact, I was walking directly in the footsteps of my mom. By age 59, I think she had every part of her body replaced and type 2 diabetes. If I was going to change the path I was on, I needed to take massive, determined action. Now, I knew this was about more than weight. I needed to get healthy in my mind, body, and spirit. So I started keto, going to the gym, and going to church. After I lost the first 50 pounds, I felt pretty much unstoppable. It was such an empowering thing to conquer something I'd struggled with my whole life. Plus, those endorphins are real, I'm telling you. I just felt strong in every way. So I started thinking, what else can I change about my life? By this time, my sister had started working with a network marketing company promoting weight loss supplements. I tried it for a while.
I'm just getting a lot of comments and feedback from people in the comments right now that just says, I love the smile. I love it when you smile. It's so much better when she's smiling. So just Bridget, for whatever it's worth, right? When you start to lose the script, so this is just a practice thing. The more that you shoot this video, the more that you're going to be more comfortable. You're going to lose the script and you're just going to smile more. You're going to say, I felt so freaking empowered. It was incredible. It was like addicting. It was like this adrenaline rush that I just wanted to see what are the other places in my life that I could, you know, fix or whatever. Right. And so then your focus isn't on reading the words. Your focus is on looking into a camera and connecting with a human being. It's big.
Oh, I lost another 50 pounds and I even won an award for ranking within the company, but I knew that wasn't for me. I wanted a business I could automate for a real passive income. That is when I discovered digital marketing. I was originally just looking for a simple website builder, but what I discovered was an opportunity. I consumed myself with the training and started creating sales funnels. I quickly got a few clients through friends and then branched out with other services. Within 3 months, I had a registered agency with the state of Indiana, and within 7 months, I was actually doing well enough to quit my full-time job. It was a dream come true. But the story doesn't end there. The beauty of digital marketing is that once you learn the process, it's interchangeable among so many online businesses. For example, while I enjoy helping my clients grow their businesses, I have learned that my heart is in affiliate marketing. I enjoy it more because I can automate the sales process for a real passive income.
So Bridget, what I would do there is I would probably draw a deeper, or I would draw a more, tell them why specifically, you know, tell them the downfalls, the pitfalls of that other agency work that you were doing, so that when you explain why you like affiliate marketing more, why you love it, then it stands out more and contrasts more.
This became especially important to me this past September when my mom passed away. Even though she had suffered for years with health problems, it was a sudden shock. She just didn't wake up one day and then spent a week in the hospital before we finally let her go. I was able to spend every minute in the hospital with her and then plan her funeral. It was still another week before I could even focus on anything work-related. It was such a blessing to be able to focus on what was important to me while still bringing in an income. When you experience a loss so big, it really makes you put things into perspective. See, Mom was only 59. It's still hard to talk about, but my point is she never made it to retirement.